Hi everybody, how y'all doing today? Um, if you haven't watched the latest video of Steve from Nexus, where Aresgame was caught, got caught for misbranding a power supply. Yes, and to all the consumers out there, please post your comments on the question I'm about to say. If a company get caught misbranding a product, do you still support the company, and why? You still support it, or why you don't support it? Post your comments to the bottom below. Now let's go ahead and get into the topic. Now we know what Steve, and we saw his equipment, what his team messing with. Yeah, and his electrician does all the testing on the power supplies. His top electrician, so that knows what to look for in these power supplies, what type of voltage modular, um, what type of heat sinks, transistors, transformers, etc. He knows what to look for. Now, ours gang was caught, got caught for misbranding a 850-watt power supply by making it 80 plus gold. Now, it did meet 80 plus certification, but it just was not to the standard as what an 80 plus gold power supply is supposed to be at. All right, let's go ahead on and crank up into the video. This is all for Lines Tech Tips, where Gamer Nexus' latest video, which is not even close. I'll be putting his video in the link below, so y'all could go ahead on and click on it, and y'all could go ahead and watch the video and understand what happened when Aresgame had basically did an 80 plus gold power supply. It was the AGS 850, 850 watt, and it did not even come close to 80 plus gold certifications. Now, it did reach the maximum of 80 plus certified, in between like 50% white and 50% brown level, but it did reach some 80 plus certifications. But the good thing about it, it didn't explode like gigabyte power supply is, where people are paying tremendous amount of money, and they power, and the funny thing about with gigabyte power supplies, these PC users was just basically, they was just basically at idle, turn it on, walk away. They come back with either their cup of coffee, they Gatorade, whatever they finna ready to do, and all of a sudden you see here a big pop and smoke coming from the back of their systems, and the whole system shut off. So in this situation here, when Steve tested out the power supply with his crew, it did meet 80 plus certifications, but it was not basically the high rated 80 plus gold certification. So Ours Game has responded and admitted that the samples they tested initially also did not meet the 80 plus gold standard. They removed the 80 plus gold claim from their website and the Amazon product page. However, they are still selling through existing stock, which falsify bearers of the 80 plus gold logo on the box and the power supply. Now, even though ours gang do back their products up, and they, as I just read it to you, that certain those power supplies were not 80 plus gold standard, and they had to remove off their website that AGS 8050 is not 80 plus gold certified. It's more of an 80 plus bronze or 80 plus white. But just like I said, even though the Amazon page has been updated to state 80 plus certified without the rank listed, however, since the PSU has undergone changes and no longer meets the original 80 plus gold rating, this should be removed completely, and the PSU has undergone changes and is not the same as what received that certification. Aresgame should resubmit it and resubmit to be tested, and then only claim 80 plus certification once it has received a new certification, which I will agree. Now, I agree with everything right there that they should release the AGS 80, the 850, 80 plus certified. Just leave it as that. Now, here's the thing here. And our certified power supplies came out in the early 2004 to late 2004. So that's when our 80 certified power supplies was coming out. I will be putting that link in the description below so y'all can read that as well too. And I had to do my research on when these power supplies come out, because from 2003 all the way to 1980, we was on non-certified power supplies with a nice gut power surge strip to help protect our computers from blowing up through power surges through the wall when lights blink on and off, etc. Or there's a fire in the power line and just shorting that, just destroying everything in sight. Now, with me saying that, and just like I said in the statement below, even though if a product misbrand, let me correct that. If a company misbrand a product, do you still trust that company? Go ahead and post your comments in the comment section below. I mean, it's just an interesting question because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do not use 850 watt power supply. I don't care if it's EVGA, Corsair, Seasonic, NZXT, Thermotake. I'm not mentioning Gigabyte. Gigabyte, I don't care how good your power supplies are, I'm not buying them. And the good thing about it, Gigabyte power supply exploded while they was testing it. And Aresgame power supply didn't. And that was a big plus. And everybody in his comment section say, well, it didn't blow up. One person in his comment say, I still use it, and I would continue to use this brand because they back up their products. Just like they said, yeah, it's basically falsified barrels of 80 gold. But just like I said, I still back up Aresgame. The only 4 PSUs that I do use, whether it's modular or certified, because to me, I'm just gonna come straight up and be realistic. This certified PSUs is just straight biased to me. If you take this certification off, you have a regular, non-efficient power supply. Easy. I mean, EVGA has a 400 non-efficient. I would buy that. You know, and that's one company I do support. Second power supply is Rate Max. I have a 80 plus white and I have a non-certified power supply, the 550 XT, and it still runs strong, which is its own a power surge strip. And keep in mind, and I'm gonna be real, even though I'm rocking the 80 plus white and the 80 plus bronze in my computers, they are plugged to a nice wall surge protector, automatic. I don't care if it's certified or not. They get put into a nice 8,000 joules surge strip, automatic. Because I really don't care about this is certified this and this certified that, or this that. It just buys just to sell a product. And they know that the consumer will jump on anything that new come out. Right now, if Corsair make a new 3,000 watt power supply, y'all go buy it. And y'all say, ooh, because y'all jump on anything that comes out. Now, this what really caught the eye of this power supply, because this power supply on Amazon is going for $79.99, which is pretty good, decent for a 850 bronze power supply. Now this is what caught his eye because he already know what 80 gold plus power supplies go for. Let's get into that. Now these are all the 80 plus gold 850 full modular power supplies. As you see, I'm gonna go ahead on and leave it. Some of them going for 109, 139. That's the Corsair RMX RM 850X 850 watt power supply 80 plus gold. Sigotep 850 109. I never heard of Golden Field. That's 119. You got NZXT 129. You got MSI 111. You got Asus ROG Strix 201. Sigotep again, fully module 109. Now here you have an 80 plus gold. This is their AGK 850 module, fully module for 119. You know, Antec 850, 80 plus gold. Abacore. You got Game Max, L Power, which I never heard of them. But as you see, the prices are going down. You got Gigabyte, they PAP 850 GM, which these are ones that explode, by the way, for 175.32. Here you got Abacore TN for 99.99. So they range from 100 and up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and type in Aresgame. Now I do have the 500 watt bronze in my grandson's build, which is still rocking. Here you got a 650 bronze for $46.99. Now Aresgame did set up to make some good power supplies, budget friendly. Which the one thing about this company here that I do like is that they do not want you to spend excessive money for a power supply that you just need just to go ahead and power your components. You know, why spend six, seven, eight, $1,000 on a power supply for what? Here it is. Here's a 750. That's 80 plus bronze. So far, I'm not really finding that power supply on the list now. So I guess they went ahead and pulled them all off the shelves. So, which that's a good thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and click on Aresgame. So basically, just have the bronze certified up here. That's it. So, and the power supply that was basically talking about was the AGV 850 80 plus gold. So you can go ahead on there and buy some cable connect strips for fully modulars, power supplies, which is good. They CPU cooler is the bomb anyway. So here is an 80 plus gold 1000 watt fully modular, but just like I said, on the 850 going cheap for $79.99, that really brought a red flag to Steve, and he said, something wrong with this power supply. Let's go ahead and buy it and let's test it out, and that's exactly what it did. Now, when I put his video link in the description, when you watch it, trust me, Steve got the equipment to damn near test everything from AIO coolers, CPU coolers, motherboards, GPUs. He do teardowns. He do everything on this build. This is why I call him the mad scientist, because he go all the way out to make sure that the consumers buy the right parts and product and pay good, decent money for the components that they put in their PCs instead of getting ripped off or being lied to. Now, keep in mind that with this COVID-19, the thing, Aresgame also said about that AVG 850 watt power supply 80 plus gold falsified, saying they had to go ahead and make some cuts in demands from off them the original 80 plus gold. So they were making cuts because they had to cut the staff down due to COVID-19. So a lot of these manufacturers are running operationalists. So that means they're running on limited staff. They're trying to go ahead and get us good, decent parts and good, decent quality equipment that we could use for our PC. Now, as a consumer, just like I said, the four brands I use is Aresgame, EVGA, Raid Max, Seasonic, and I'm gonna throw in the Piva because I did the system built the $230 bill using the non-modular power supply, and it smooth for 2 cores, 2 threads. It could be in 2 cores, 4 threads, or 4 cores, 4 threads, or 4 cores, 8 threads. It don't matter. That Apiva power supply is on point, and it was budget friendly. Just like I said, I'm a frugal shopper, so I like to go ahead and look for deals that's go ahead and save me money I can put back into my saving account and just keep and just allow that interest to grow onto it. So, enough with that. Now, with the video said, they tested. Just like I said, it's basically in the 80 plus white, 80 plus brown certified. So this is gonna basically make this power supply, because I had to go ahead and pull them all off the market, and they pulled them from Amazon, because I cannot find not one on Amazon. As you saw me search the web, you still see they 500, they 650, and they 750 bronze. So they're gonna come up with this, and you just know what? And they sit down and strictly said the next batch of power supplies they coming up, this is gonna go ahead and make it 80 plus certified. They ain't gonna go ahead and put the markings on it. But just like I sit down and said, if this was a non-certified power supply, will the consumers buy it? And scale out of 1 to 10, about 4 or 5 will buy non-certified power supplies. 6 to 10 will go ahead and buy the certified. Why? Because as a system innovator, you build PCs that basically recommended for the consumer use who you're building it for. If you're building a high-end streaming rig, then you know you're gonna put them radiators, the AIO pumps, and etc. That if you're building a basic rig, you just throw the air cooler in there. But keep in mind that every component is power hungry. So this is one reason why I sit down and say use PC Power Picker, so you can see the power wattage, so you can go ahead and max what power level you can go ahead and keep it at, especially if you're putting the GPU in there that's overclockable from 550 all the way to 1,000 watts. Yes. But just like I sit down and said, the Aresgame AGS 850 power supply was caught with an 80 plus falsified gold rating tag. And just like Gaming Nexus said, not even close. I was gonna be putting, just like I said, I'll be putting his video link in my description below, so I can go ahead and click on it. I am subscribed to his channel. I love the information he puts out, and by me watching his content, and I have the knowledge to process the information he's saying and what I'm looking at, is great and it's spot on. That's one reason why my subscribers I have picked is just basically just pure spot on information and learning. Once again, I appreciate my viewers. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.